Good afternoon and welcome to Matters Financial and Geopolitical from a Frontier, and thank you for stopping by. Beer price is up 10 shillings on inflation adjustments. Safaricom, I wrote about this. They dashed for growth when it came to the information century, and the average rate per megabyte reduced by 42%. And I said this is exactly the correct strategy because it's turbocharging consumption. And essentially, I think that curve will turn hockey stick, and make no mistake about that. I wrote in May this year. And what we've learned is mobile data revenue grew 11.4% in the first half against a similar period, and 2.1% in the second half. As a result of them absorbing the tax increase, active 4G devices surged 50% to 3.3 million. 30-day active customers using more than 100 MBs jumped 12% to 7.4 million. Safaricom share price data link is on rich wrap-ups. Nairobi all shares up 6.02%. NAC 20s down 6.12%. If you didn't have a chance to read my piece in memoriam Bob Collymore, that is on the front page of the website. Choppy's closures signal third retail death in 1 year. That's quite a story as well. Swimming in the desert, an adventure along the shores of Lake Turkana is a lovely article in FT Life and Arts. For hours we pitched and swayed through the vastness where northern Kenya fades into heat and stone. Somali ostriches stared incredulous. Few travelers take the road to Lake Turkana, and fewer still would regard it as a family fishing trip. But then our hosts, the Carey family, are an unusual crew. We were 4 adults with 4 boys who already knew better than to ask if we were nearly there, rolling with the Land Cruisers like sailors. A day and a half's drive north of Nairobi, where a sign says Loyangalani, 232 kilometers, we had turned off the tarmac to follow a lurching track westwards to Turkana, the Jade Sea, the world's largest desert lake. In 2 vehicles, we were equipped for a 10-day expedition around the remotest edge of Kenya. Though we would need more water and food, camel milk will save us, said Steve Carey, our leader. His 2 sons, Finn and Rafe, raised on a safari camp on the Laikipia Plateau where we had begun and would end our adventure, had been to Turkana before. And fish, Dada, said Finn, 11. We need to catch dinner tomorrow. Yes, his father replied. It's a fantastic article. A natural history had formed my ominous imaginings of Turkana, baking hot, shadeless and harsh, the haunt of gigantic crocodiles, scorpions, red-spitting cobras, abundant carpet vipers, hyenas, lions, and tough nomads. We beetled on, sustained by the unlikely promise of swimming. There is one place where the crocodiles don't go, said Steve. You've got to read this, it's absolutely fantastic. And let me show you some of the photographs. This is one, Ipomoea cicatricos in bloom, provided a splash of color in an arid landscape on the climb out of the Chalbi Desert towards Marsabit. In this photograph, flamingos flying over the shore of Lake Turkana, that's Alami. And that took me back to something written in 1969. And I'll let you guess who wrote it. I happened to be in Kenya on the shore of Lake Rudolph when I heard with incredulity from a naked Turkana fisherman that the Wazungu, as he called Europeans, including Americans, had landed on the moon. He had heard the news at a distant mission station. Thank you for stopping by.